So hey everybody, this is going to be a kind of like a review slash is it good, should you buy it or not type of video, because I recently purchased some Morphe Brushes products and I wanted to come and do a review on them. I did use the products today, as in the eyeshadow and whatnot. So I also used a couple of their brushes that I bought, so I'll go through the brushes and go through the palette with you guys. And this is it. Now, the colors are really beautiful. Like, don't get me wrong, but the formula of it throws me off a lot. Like, it's super powdery. I mean, the color payoff is amazing. Like, that's just ridiculous pigment. But when you go to apply it with like brushes, it's super powdery. Like, it just flies all over the place. Even with a primer, even with a base, it's still powdery. It still flies all over the place. Like, it really takes like a lot to build up the, not even to build up the product, it really takes a lot to smooth the product where you want it to go, if that makes sense. And with this was try it with the brushes, and some of the brushes work really well with this palette. Some of the brushes just, I'm wasting my time. But I noticed that the brushes work a lot better with MAC shadows or other shadows. They just don't work well with this really powdery product. But the color payoff and pigmentation is ridiculous. This was $19. I do have another palette from them, the 35G palette, and I'll show you guys that palette. I use it a lot actually in tutorials and whatnot. It's just like a little glam palette. It has all the colors in it and whatnot. And still, this palette is like powdery. I do know that some of their eyeshadows are like really talc based. And if you guys know anything about talc, it's like really powdery. And I'm really disappointed in the product, because, you know, you see people on Instagram like endorsing it, like, oh my god, this is the best palette ever. And it's just, it is, but it's not. I mean, like, this came out really good, but that's because I went back and forth with MAC brushes. And it's because I kind of really had to sit around and play with this product. Like, I had to use it last night and kind of familiarize myself with it. It's just super powdery. I don't necessarily like it. It isn't something I would probably go to all the time unless I like really sit down and practice with this palette. But I do love the color payoff. It's just super powdery. The brushes, I'll go through them really quick. The ones that I got, oops, dropped something. Okay, the ones that I got the contour brush, looks like this, and it's the M178. And I did use this today to kind of like chisel out my cheekbone. The only thing with this is it's good for product placement, really bad for blending. I find that I still have like a really harsh line right here, even after blending with this brush and trying to blend with it. I even used a bronzing brush to kind of sort of like get rid of this line, and it just makes a really harsh line that you're really gonna have to blend. But it does do what it said it's gonna do. It does give you a nice contour line. You just have to blend with other products other than this brush. I did try out the M503 brush. Now, it's really soft. Like, I don't even know. I wonder if you guys can see the powder coming off of it.
It's too loud.
So anyway, I thought this looked a lot like the 224 brush by MAC. I mean, it kind of does. It's just like kind of more domed and more stiff. So I thought it was going to be as soft as 224, but it's not. It's a really stiff blending brush, especially when you apply it to the lid. Like, it's really rough, and you can feel that it's like rough. This brush is the B38. Love this brush. This one definitely reminds me of the 224. Oh, sorry, that's not it. The 224. They look so much alike, only different bristles. But this one blends beautifully and it's super, super soft. Like I love this brush. With the M503, this really, like, how can I explain it? It like scratched my eyelid. Does that make sense? Like it's that stiff and hard, even though it feels soft to the touch. I guess my eyelids are just really sensitive, but I can really feel this like scratching my eyelid. The other one that I tried was the B77. Love it. Super, super soft. I used it for my brow highlight, and I also used it to place this orange color that you see. It's just so soft and I love it. It's another blending brush, B77. Really, really like this brush. I picked up the B83. Have not tried this yet, but it looks like this. So just like a little eyeshadow brush, but I mean the B on their brushes normally represent blending brush. So I'm pretty sure this is like a crease brush. And I also picked up this brush. This is the M151. Looks a lot like, where is it? I mean, it kind of reminds me of the MAC brush.
MAC brush? MAC brush?
But I haven't used it yet. And also I got the B81. And it's just another blending brush. It's a little stiffer. It's a lot stiffer actually than the 224 and the B38. So I would say this is a domed stiff brush. So yeah guys, I just wanted to come and share that the palettes from Morphe brushes, they're okay, but they're super, super powdery. And I mean, like, the product goes everywhere, literally. If you place it somewhere, it's going to fly somewhere else. Like, no joke. I mean, I think it all depends on what type of brushes you're using, but the Morphe brushes with this palette, some of them were good and some of them weren't. Again, I find that the MAC brushes that I use were just a lot better at controlling the product. But, so yeah, I just wanted to come and share that because I did get a chance to use it. And I mean, it's pretty good for 19 bucks, but I just wish it wasn't so powdery because it is very, very messy, and you can like just, it can ruin your makeup look if you don't know how to use like a powdery product. So I will talk to you guys later. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Yeah, talk to you guys later.